Namaskar. Today we are going to discuss about SARFAESI Act 2002. First of all, what is the long form of this SARFAESI? Securitization and reconstruction of financial assets and enforcement of security interest. And this act is established in 2002. Prior to SARFAESI, means before this SARFAESI Act, there was a special legislation which is the Recovery of Debts Due to Banks and Financial Institutions Act 1993 was enacted, creating Debit Recovery Tribunal. Under this act, banks are entitled to approach the tribunal by applying a original application which is similar to the applying a suit in a civil suit. Then what is the need for SARFAESI Act? Banks and financial institute lends money by obtaining securities. For lender to enforce their right over the securities, which are movable properties, immovable properties, and the realization of amount advance, they were required to take help of a legal system including DRT, which was a very lengthy process, time consuming process. Hence they failed. There was a need of special legislation which facilitate the quick action, so that SARFAESI Act is established. Because they want faster recovery of money lent. This SARFAESI Act came into force on 21st of June 2002. What are two most important aspects of the SARFAESI Act? First one is enforcement of security interest, and second is securitization and reconstruction of financial asset. Enforcement of security interest. This facilitates the quick disposal of securities charged to banks and financial institute in a particular immovable properties. Now the cases to which SARFAESI Act is not applicable. First one is if the agricultural land is taken as securities, then SARFAESI Act is not applicable. Second one, if the borrower has paid 80% of a principal and interest due to bank, then SARFAESI Act is not applicable. And third one, if the dues are 1 lakh or less than 1 lakh, then SARFAESI Act is not applicable. Now what is a property under the Act? Movable property, immovable property, any debt or right to receive a payment of a money, whether secured or unsecured. Also any receivable, whether existing or further, and intangible, tangible assets, intangible assets, trademarks, franchises, copyrights, etc. Before the action through the SARFAESI Act, there was a notice signed by the authorized officer to the borrower to repay or to pay the interest or a principal whatever which is remain unpaid within 60 days from the demand notice. If again the borrower failed to payment, then under the SARFAESI Act, the banks or financial institute may take possession and they may sell or lease or assign the same as described in Act. Okay.